Barry Sanders is the GOAT of all GOATs of running backs. Barry Sanders is the GOAT of all GOATs that played the position of running back. This is honestly my favorite player of all time. I actually had a chance to meet him once. This was actually during my college years in Atlanta. So this was right after he finished playing. He was walking around Buckhead, and I got a chance to go and say what's up and chop it up with him and just let him know that, yo, dude, you were my favorite player growing up. Like, I got a chance to meet him. But dude, Barry Sanders is the absolute GOAT. But the thing that's fascinating, and one of the things that really drew me to Barry Sanders, was the fact that Barry Sanders was not a big guy. Barry Sanders was listed at about 5'8". And I grew up playing running back. And so I always tried to find guys who were in my same mold and model my game after them, as a kid growing up. Obviously, I was never as good as Barry Sanders. But the thing is, I always had an affinity for him, his style of play, and the fact that he was not a big guy. But him not being a big guy did not remove the fact that this dude was a world-class athlete. At 5'8", maybe a little over 200 pounds, like, dude was a world-class athlete. And what's fascinating, because the time frame that we're in, or the time frame in which I'm recording this, is, in the middle of college football bowl season, and we're in the midst of, the end of the NFL. And what's fascinating is, we'll get a lot of armchair quarterbacks, the Monday morning quarterbacks, everybody that has their opinion on this player and that player and who's good and who's not and who sucks and who doesn't. And the thing that's fascinating is that those that are commentating are rarely those that have ever played at the highest level. And there is a huge difference between the guy who was a, team captain in high school like myself and someone who is considered the greatest of all time. There is a huge chasm between the two. And most armchair quarterbacks fall into the latter. Well, not the latter, but the former, right? The previous. Most armchair quarterbacks fall into the category of being that former high school athlete or whatever who likes to, have, their say about how good or bad someone else is. But the reality is, if they're playing at the highest level, they're all good. But there are just some that tend to stand out above the rest. And Barry Sanders was one of those dudes. Barry Sanders was, again, in my opinion, the best running back ever to strap him up. But let's not miss, he was also an amazing athlete. I'm going to pull up this clip, and this circulated a few years ago, where they used to have a dunk contest for athletes across the board. So not just basketball players, but they bring in, celebrity athletes from other sports and bring them in and do a dunk contest. And they brought Barry Sanders in to participate in this dunk contest. I'm going to show this clip of him participating in this dunk contest. And dude, I'm telling you, this will speak for itself.
He's worried, but is he? The underdog goes up, could be the top dog, and over the head, take that, Vic Vitale.
I can't believe it! I can't believe it!
Look at this double bump over the head. Who's Hawaii Low on that?
Listen, my dude is 5'8" and dunking like that. He did a double pump backwards at 5'8". I'm gonna play the clip again. I want you to see this. Barry Sanders, this is him. Football playing Barry Sanders. I told you, an amazing athlete. Watch this.
That Barry Sanders, the little guy from the Lions, has a chance.
There's Hawaii Loa. He looks like he's worried. But is he? The underdog goes up, could be the top dog. And over the head, take.
Listen, I'm telling you, Barry Sanders is the absolute GOAT. Barry Sanders is the best running back of all time. But Barry Sanders also highlighted that he's one of the best athletes, period. He's 5'8" and dunking like that. So we've had a few other guys in the NBA who were short guys who were known for their dunking prowess. Spud Webb was 5'7", right? You had Nate Robinson was like 5'9". Like those are the two short guys who were known to just get up and get at it, right? But there's a slight difference here. Those were basketball players built like basketball players. Nate Robinson might have been 170 pounds, maybe. Spud Webb was probably about 130 pounds, maybe. Barry Sanders did what he did, dunking the ball double clutch backwards, 5'8" and over 200 pounds. Do you understand the explosive power necessary to be 200 pounds at 5'8" and dunk like that with ease? Again, it helps you to understand how gifted of an athlete that brother is or was. Like, that's crazy. But again, he's my favorite football player, probably one of my favorite athletes, period. But I think as we move into this season of life where all the armchair quarterbacks are gonna kind of come out of hiding to give their opinion on who's good and who's not, let's not forget that even if someone is not the GOAT, if they're playing at the highest level, their worst day is probably better than anybody you would see casually at any park, walking through any gym, or strapping them on in any adult rec league. Like their worst day would run circles around the best person you've ever seen in any one of those settings. And so we have to have a little bit of temperance in our criticism of those athletes. So I just thought this was fascinating. I came across the clip, and again, any opportunity I can get to kind of shine a little light on my guy Barry Sanders, dude, I try to do it because, man, that was my dude. Like, that was the core of my childhood. Like, real talk, Barry Sanders was that guy. Hey, y'all, as you move forward, go be the quarterback of your mindset. Understand who you are, understand what you bring to the table, and bring it at the highest level and have some fun in the process. And until next time, y'all be blessed, well, and wise. And I'll holler at you. Peace.